All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So after 5 years of selling on Amazon, it's time for a change. I have changed the way I do some of my product research, and it is so important that I wanted to make a video for you guys, as there are so many new sellers out there not doing this, and it's putting them at a serious disadvantage and also increasing the risk that they're going to invest in a product that isn't actually going to make them any money. So in this video, I'm going to show you the new step, how I've changed my product research analysis to give me an edge over the competition and to help me understand niches in a way that I never understood them before. So let me take you to Amazon and do what the average new seller will do. They'll come to here, they'll pop in a product that they are considering. So let's take a look at chopping boards. They'll then run their favorite sales estimator tool. So I use X-Ray from Helium 10. I've been using this since 2018. So it's still my go-to. It's still the one I trust the most. And this is where they do their niche and product analysis. They rely on this single screen. They go through all of the information, and that's how they make their decision. Now, I'm not going to criticize people that do this, as this is how I've always taught it over the past few years. There is usually a decent amount of information on these pages that you can make a relatively well-informed decision. But there is an extra step that you can go through that will give you that additional information, that additional confidence, and give you that edge over the other listings. So let me take you over to a niche that really illustrates this well. So I'm going to take you over to the kitchen accessories niche. And niches like kitchen accessories or home accessories or gifts for men or gifts for women, I quite like using these as a starting point because they aren't a single type of product. There's various types of products within the one niche. So I'm not saying go and sell a product within these niches, but go to these niches as a starting point and then use some of the many methods that I've shown you, such as the store raider method, to get other product ideas. But the reason I want to use the kitchen accessories as an example in this is this shows the importance of diving a bit deeper on these products. So the first four are sponsored. And then the first organic listing is a silicone utensil set. We've then got a stainless steel utensil set. We've then got some chopping boards. We've got some air fryer silicone pots, and we've got a sink caddy, etc. So you can see these products are related in the fact that they're kitchen accessories, but also completely unrelated. So if you did run something like X-Ray on this niche, and then you tried to use this data to make an analysis of this niche to launch a product and try and judge your sales and inventory levels by this, it's just going to go completely wrong. You need to be in the specific niche for that product, looking at the relevant keywords that are driving the sales, not this kind of one catch-all search term. So this kitchen accessories will be contributing towards some of these sales, but there are also other keywords doing it as well. And this is where a lot of people go wrong with their product research. They base all of their analysis off one search term, whereas the truth is every single product that's sold on Amazon is going to be generating sales from multiple search terms. So you need to be aware of these search terms so that you can run your analysis multiple times, so you can get a real feel for where that traffic is coming from, and then you can base your analysis across multiple search terms and make the right decision for you, your budget, and your goals. So let's just take one of these products as an example. So I'm going to take a look at this one here, which is the sink caddy. And the reason I want to do this is with something like a chopping board, the search terms are pretty obvious. Whereas when you get to these types of products, a sink caddy, I'm sure people are going to be searching for this in very different ways. So in some niches, you're going to find the search volume is really concentrated amongst one or two keywords, whereas other niches, it's going to be much more spread out. So this is why we need to do the analysis. So your average new seller may take a look at this title and try and guess what they think is the correct search term. So is it sink caddy? Is it sink tidy? Is it kitchen sink organizer? So they might search for sink caddy and then take a look at the products, make sure they're all comparable, which they appear to be on a very quick look through. They then run their sales estimator tool. And then this is where they make their decision. This is the final step. They look at this data and they make their decision. So they might look at this and go, yeah, the price point seems okay for some of these products. It's a bit low there. There's some demand about, and etc., and do their full analysis. But that's not where you should stop. Because if you look, this has got a search volume of 6,000. Now that on its own isn't enough to drive all of these sales. So we need to know where else this search volume and the sales are actually coming from. Now, if we go back to the product that we actually clicked on in the first place, instead of going through to the niche and trying to guess the keywords, what we can do is take this product through to Cerebro. So if you scroll down until you see keywords, so once you've installed Helium 10, you'll see this extension here. Click on keywords, and this is going to pull the product through into Cerebro. And what Cerebro does is it pulls out lots of data about that product, but the most important thing it pulls through is all of its rankings, so both its organic ranks and its sponsored ranks, so the PPC ranks. And we can use this data to see where they're ranked and where their sales are likely coming from, and also see those search terms we can then analyze separately as well to try and get a consistent feel across the niche. So if you scroll down, you're going to see we've got lots of keywords. There's 682 keywords. And the most important column is all the way over on this right-hand side, and it says organic ranks. So what I'm going to do, you can drag and drop these columns. I'm going to bring this right over here. So it's the first column that I see. I also want to see sponsored rank, as that is important. And the other one I want is search volume. So these are the three columns I want you to focus on. Where is that keyword? Where is that product ranked organically for that keyword? What is their sponsored rank, and what is the search volume? I don't know why that is there. Let me get that out of the way. So there we've got organic rank, sponsored rank, and search volume. Now, as we've got 682 keywords, I'm just going to apply one very simple filter, which is a minimum search volume. So I'm going to start with 500, but if it's a super high volume product, you might want to up this to 1,000 just to really clear up the results. But let's put this as a minimum monthly search volume of 500. And let's see how this product is ranked. So it's ranked number 2. Its highest rank is for black kitchen accessories. Now, when you're looking at a sink caddy, would you have assumed that this was going to be driving sales from black kitchen accessories? This is why it's so important to dive into this data to get a full feel for where these products might be driving sales from, because you might launch this product not in black and wonder, well, how come I'm not getting as many sales? Now, with the search volume, it's not going to be driving a huge chunk of the sales, but it is going to be contributing. Now, this one is actually ranked 4th for kitchen accessories, which is where we started, and this has a massive search volume of nearly 26,000 per month. So if you launched a sink caddy and you got it ranked in maybe, for example, sink caddy, which has a search volume of just under 4,000, or a kitchen sink organizer, which is 4,500, you may not get similar results if you don't get ranked in kitchen accessories as well. So if I was coming into this niche, I would look at the products that are also appearing in the top 10 to 15 kitchen accessory results and exclude them from my analysis, because I want to focus on getting ranked in these niches, as they're going to be much more obtainable than getting ranked in kitchen accessories. So if a product is also driving sales from kitchen accessories, I want to exclude them from my analysis when I'm trying to work out how many sales I could realistically achieve if I get ranked for these other keywords which have less competition. So this is why we need to do this. And when you're looking at the organic rank columns, only really pay attention to the top 20 organic ranks. If it's ranked outside the top 20, it's probably not driving sales for that particular product that you are analyzing. That doesn't mean the keyword itself is bad, but for the product you're analyzing, it's unlikely to be driving sales if it's outside the top 20 organic ranks. Now, what I'm going to do now is open 3 of these search terms so you can see why it's so important to look across different search terms. So let's do these by search volume. So you've got kitchen accessories. Let's open that. We've also got sink tidy at just under 4,000. We'll open that. And we have kitchen sink organizer. So we've already established if we run X-ray on kitchen accessories, it's not really relevant in terms of trying to estimate the sales you're going to get if you decided to launch a sink caddy product. So this is why it's important to know your keywords. So we can exclude this from our analysis, really, from the fact that a lot of these products aren't comparable. So trying to estimate your sales based on what you're seeing here is completely irrelevant. But if we take sink tidy and kitchen sink organizer, which are very, very comparable keywords, let me just run X-ray on both of these so we can do the full analysis. And we can see this one just has 3,884 search volume, and kitchen sink organizer is just over 4,000. So really comparable keywords, but actually they return different results. So this one, I don't usually look at averages, but for illustrating this point, we've got an average price point of £14 and an average revenue of just under £6,000. Whereas for sink tidy, we've got a lower average price point, not much, pretty comparable, but the average revenue drops down massively. So if you based your analysis on only one of these niches, you could have very different results. So this is why it's so important. You've got to look at both of these. Look at the sales column here, how this changes. Look at the sales really well spread in kitchen sink organizer. Then you go to sink tidy, it's all over the place. So this is why I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to bring your awareness to the fact that sales are coming from different search terms, and you need to look across these search terms to get a real feel for the niche. Now, if you want to use X-Ray or Cerebro, I'll pop up a discount code next to me. I'll also pin one in the top comment. But if you want to know how I actually find products, if you want to see my top 5 methods for finding products to sell on Amazon, I'm going to pop up a video in front of me now, and I'll see you guys over there.